Michael Walsh here, Norwal Farm. It's a rainy day today finally. It's just been raining nice and steady all morning. So far we've gotten about 2/10 of an inch of rain. We've filled the hay feeder today for the Suffolks. We're going to leave them in dry lot for now until we find out if they're pregnant and they're still in isolation. And then I filled their hay feeder today. And then you can see the other hay feeder is right there. We have this filtered here, the stone, so it drains well and it won't get moist in the summer or in the spring when it gets real rainy. I was going to put them out there by the tree line, but then I happened to think that green space in between, that's topsoil and grass, and in the spring that would get real muddy, so that defeats the purpose. So we're putting one there and then one there. The sheep will be in this section, and then right there I'm going to put a wooden one for the goats, because if I use the wire ones, the goats will probably get their horns stuck. And then we'll run an electric fence down between them, and then over a bit, and then split the lot and go down to the permanent fence with the neighbors. That way the goats will run together and then the sheep will be together. I'll probably put the rams and Heidi in with the goats. They'll all get along well together, and there's enough space for the rams and the 10 does. And then the ewes will be here, and then as they lamb, in the winter we'll take them up to the barn to have their lambs. The Suffolks are due sometime in December, possibly December, most likely January or February. I sent blood tests in on them this morning. They have to be at least 30 days pregnant for them to test pregnant or positive. So any of them that don't test positive, we will retest them in 30 days, because they were with the ram until we picked them up last Friday, so they could still be possibly pregnant, just a later date. If they're not pregnant then once we get Lamborghini back here, we'll breed them to him. So they're going to stay in dry lots. The one ewe over on the left, the 4-year-old, we did FAMACHA scores, and she was actually a 4, which is, she was a pink white, and she had a little filling in her udder, and her belly was kind of full, and now I'm thinking she probably had a load of worms, which that's not uncommon for them to have worms. And then this ewe right here, looking at us, she was a pink, a score of 3. So on the FAMACHA, anything that's 3, 4, 5, you deworm them. The other two were actually red-pink, so that's a score of 2. And so we didn't deworm those. And I did send stool samples in on them, so we'll find out what the worm burden is. But just today, just after deworming that older ewe, the filling in the udder is gone, and she had quite a an abdomen, filling in the abdomen when we got her. And I was just thinking she's probably pregnant, but I'm thinking now that she was anemic, and that was edema, because with the blood loss and anemia, they have low protein as well, and then they get fluid. She didn't have bottle jaw yet, but I'm thinking that's what she had. So she's got a good appetite today. She's chewing her cud. And so she should bounce back pretty quickly. We'll recheck the FAMACHA score on her in about 2 or 3 weeks. They usually bounce back pretty quick and get pink. So that's encouraging. But they're settling in well. They're eating well. And I'm just going to keep them in dry lot here, because we've got a lot of shuffling to do with the other sheep and the goats. And pasture's getting a little short. We're grazing the stockage from our alfalfa, and I talked to our farmer today who cash rinsed the field that's just up that way, and he made his last hay crop, so there's just a little bit of clover and alfalfa and grass coming back, and he's given us permission to graze that this fall. So that's going to give us another month to 2 months of grazing, depending on the weather and the snow, which will really reduce the amount of hay we need. We're getting our last delivery of hay. We've got 12 of the bales, and we're getting 6 more. It's raining today, so he's not going to deliver it today, but it's excellent hay, grass hay, similar to this. It's tested really well, and so we should be set for winter. We've got that will be about 42 bales, so hopefully that'll be enough. So anyway, that's an update from Norwal Farm. There's Garrett out there. He's doing much better. He doesn't limp much unless he gets kind of goofy and runs, with the sheep or runs too much. Then he gets a little sore, but he is 5 weeks post-op today, so he's well on the way to recovery, and so we're pleased with that. Dylan's out with the goats, and Lily's out with the other ewes. We're going to combine the does with the ewes out there for now, and breeding's going to take place in about 2.5 weeks. So we'll have to get the boys up here and fit Joel and then Lambert with breeding harnesses. I'm going to breed Lambert to the Jacobs ewes. You can see them over there. Actually, Garrett's walking up to them right there. So we'll breed them to Lambert, and then I'm not sure, Shirley, she's back there. No, she's not. Are you sure? Yeah, she is. She's beyond that Suffolk ewe. So those three will be bred to Lambert because we won't have Lamborghini and Cracker back in time to breed to them. So when we get Lamborghini and Cracker back, we're going to breed each of them to a couple of the Elba France ewes. So anyway, that's the plan, and sitting here enjoying this rain. I'm going to probably string some fence so that I can move the goats. They're right out there in that paddock, and they've got it grazed down pretty good. There's not much grass out there, and they're just eating the scrub and the weeds. So I want to get them on some decent pasture. So we'll bring them in and put them in with the IDFs and the Dorpers, and then we're grazing our alfalfa up there, so that'll be good pasture for them. So anyway, thanks for joining us at Norwal Farm, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. Hit the like button, that helps our channel out, and please leave us a comment and share this video with a friend, and hit the notification bell that you'll get notified of any new videos when they come out. Once again, thanks for joining us at Norwal Farm.